Have a nice day, my dear students. Today we will discuss about signal system and network, which is my lecture 1 of electric circuit theory. According to MacOut, the course code is PCEE 301. Okay, so myself, Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department, GKCEM JIS Group. My mail ID is santanu.uit@gmail.com and also santanu.noskar_gkcem@gisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrified with Santanu. So according to MacOut, the syllabus of the electric circuit theory is very new. The semester is third semester and course code is PCE 301, which I have told. Duration is 6 months. Teaching scheme, there are 3 hours theory classes per week and 1 hour tutorial per week. Practical is 2 hours per week. Credit point 4+1. Examination scheme, mid-semester exam 15 marks, assignment and quiz 10 marks, attendance 5 marks, end semester exam 70 marks. Objective of this course: to understand the structure and properties of different types of electric circuit, network and source. Number 2, to apply different mathematical tools and technique for analyzing electrical network. Number 3, to apply circuit analysis technique to simplify electrical network. Number 4, to solve problems of electrical circuit. And you can also learn basic electrical engineering ESE 01 and mathematics BSM 102 and BSM 202, which is prerequisite. Now the content of this course. There are 8 content of this course. Number 1 is introduction, which is based on signal system and network. There are continuous, discrete, fixed time, time varying, linear, non-linear, lumped, distributed, passive, active, step, ramp, impulse, different type of signal and network. And number 2 is graph theory and network equation, where we can learn the concept of tree, branch, tree link, incident matrix, tie-set matrix and loop current, cut-set matrix and node pair, potential, duality and some solution of problem. Number 3 content coupled circuit, where we can learn magnetic coupling, polarity of coils, mutual inductance, self-inductance, like this. Number 4 is Laplace transform, where we can learn impulse, step and sinusoidal response of RL, RC and RLC circuit, and also transient analysis of different electrical circuit and some problems with DC and AC sources. Number 5 is Fourier's method and waveform analysis, where we can learn Fourier series and Fourier transform in continuous domain only, and some application in analysis. And number 6 is network theorem, where we can learn the formulation of network equation, source transformation, loop variable analysis, node variable analysis, and some network theorem like superposition theorem, Thevenin's theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, Norton's theorem, Milliman's theorem, and its application in 3-phase unbalanced circuit and some problem with DC and AC. Number 7 is two-port network analysis, open circuit impedance, short circuit impedance, short circuit admittance, transmission parameter, hybrid parameter and their interrelation, and driving point impedance, admittance, solution of problem. And number 8 is filter circuit analysis and synthesis of low pass, high pass and band pass, band reject and all pass filter, only first order and second order, by using operation amplifier and some solution of problem. Now step by step we can learn what is system, what is network and what is signal. So what is system? A system processes input signal to produce output signal. A system is combination of elements that manipulates one or more signal to accomplish a function and produce some output. So if this is an input signal, this is a system, it get the output signal. Like here, if this is a digital camera, this is the computer where we can process the system, and this is the output, which is a printer. Okay, and also we can say a system is a combination and interconnection of several components to perform a desired task. System may be interconnected with each other to form other system. In such cases, the component system are referred to as subsystem. There are some terminology for some system. Okay, we need to be able to construct appropriate system models that adequately represent the interconnection of signal and system and the relationship of cases and effect for that system. Usually we refer to certain causes of interest as inputs and certain effects of interest as outputs. For example, in the accelerator of an automobile, the input of interest could be the applied force and output could be speed of automobile. Okay, so some interconnection of system. Many real systems are built as interconnection of several subsystems. One example is an audio system, which involves the interconnection of a radio receiver, compact disc CD player or tape deck with an amplifier and one more speaker. By viewing such a system as an interconnection of its component, we can use our understanding of component system and how they are interconnected in order to analyze the operation and behavior of the overall system. There are various type of interconnection system. The first is the series connection system, where two systems are in series. Number two is parallel connection system. There are two systems are in parallel. Number three is feedback connection interconnection system. Here one system is used as a feedback. Number four is series parallel connection, where two systems are in series and one system are in parallel. Now the basic system properties. First, continuous time system, discrete time system. This is the picture of continuous time system. This is discrete time system. In continuous time system, input is continuous and output is also continuous. Also for discrete time system, input is discrete and output is also discrete. Or we can say continuous time system is a system in which continuous time input signal are applied and result in continuous time output signal. Such a system where xt is the continuous time input and yt is the continuous time output. On the other hand, the discrete time system is a system that transforms discrete time inputs into discrete time outputs. In this figure, xn is the discrete time input and yn is the discrete time output. Example of continuous time system are electric circuit component of resistor, capacitor and inductor that are driven by continuous time source. Continuous time system are described by differential equation, which can easily be solved by Laplace transform. An example of discrete time system is a simple model for balance in a bank account from month to month. Discrete time system are described by differential equation we can easily solve by jet transform. So there are two things. Continuous time system we can solve by Laplace transform, and discrete time system we can solve by jet transform. Now basic system of properties for time invariant and time varying system. A system is called time invariant if a time shift, delay or advance in the input signal causes the same time shift in the output signal. Thus for a continuous time system, the system is time invariant if t second bracket x, first bracket t minus tau, first bracket and second bracket equals to yt minus tau. For a discrete time system, the system is time invariant or shift invariant if t second bracket x, third bracket n minus k, third bracket second bracket equals to y n minus k. Else the system are known as the time varying system. Or we can say a system is time invariant or fixed if inputs output relationship does not change with time. Otherwise, it is said to be time varying. Specifically, a system time invariant if a time shift in the input signal result in identical time shift in the output signal. Okay. Now, linear and non-linear system. So this is the linear system, this is the non-linear system. Okay, here's some equation. Simply we can say a system is said to be linear system if that hold the principle of superposition. What is principle of superposition? Additively and homogeneously or scaling. Otherwise is said to be non-linear. Mathematically a system is linear. Mathematically a system is linear if there are some response like x1t, x2t, y1t plus y2t, or some response axt, x1t and ay1t where a is a constant, where y1t and y2t be response of a continuous time system to input x1t and x2t respectively. The above property defining a continuous time linear time system. That's mean the system should be homogeneously and it should maintain the principle of superposition. Okay. Now network. What is network? An electric network is any possible interconnection of electric circuit element. While an electric circuit is a closed energized network, an electric circuit is characterized by current I in the elements and voltage V across them. Therefore, all circuits are networks. While a network is not necessarily circuit, a T network is the example of network. Circuit elements may be active or passive, unilateral or bilateral, linear, non-linear, lumped and distributed. Now the network of distributed network and lumped network. What is distributed network? If a network elements such as resistance, inductance and capacitance are not physically separated, that is called distributed network, like our transmission line. So look here, this is the distributed network which are not physically separated to each other. Okay. Now what is lumped network? If a network elements are physically separated, it is called lumped network. Example is our simple circuit network. Now this is the lumped network. Okay. Now passive network and active network. Passive network is one which contains no source of EMF in it. This network is called passive network because there are no EMF in it. Okay. Active network. Active network is one which one or more than source of EMF along with passive element. Okay, so this is a passive element and this is an active element, source of EMF. So these all each other make a active network. Now what is bilateral network and what is unilateral network? A circuit characterizes behavior irrespective of direction of current to various elements is known as bilateral network. And what is unilateral network? A circuit whose operation behavior is dependent on direction of current to various elements is known as unilateral network. Or we can say, what is unilateral network? It is the circuit whose parameter of characteristics change with the direction of its operation. This a diode rectifier is an unilateral network because it cannot perform rectification in both direction. What is bilateral network? A bilateral circuit is one whose properties or characteristics are the same in either direction. The usual transmission line is a bilateral network because it can be made to perform its function equally well in either direction. Now, the references of electric circuit theory. The first book is Circuit Theory and Network by S.P. Ghosh and A.K. Chakraborty. The second book is an old book, which is very good book for electric circuit theory and very genuine and good quality book, which is called Circuit and System by K.M. Soni. Third book is Circuit Theory, Analysis and Synthesis by Abhijit Chakraborty, and some NPTEL's video lecture by IIT, and also this site Electrical for You for Circuit Theory. And this is my Facebook page, Being Electrified with Santanu, and this is my YouTube channel, Being Electrified. You can like my Facebook page and subscribe my channel. So thank you.